Hey guys, Martin Barkey here. Today I've got the Sportsman 1000 High Lifter XP in the shop. I've got an MBRP product offering I want to show you, but first, let's see what the factory sent us. So in my opinion, this is one of the best, biggest, baddest ATVs in the market, and Polaris goes and sends us one of these. I mean, yes, it's factory, and yes, it does kill some decibels, but man, we got to get rid of these little dual pea shooters. Now, what does MBRP have to offer? You know what? Nice, clean, simple, direct bolt-on, slip-on. So, you've got a front pipe, we've got a high-flow muffler, stamped MBRP, we've got OE rubber isolator hanger locators, we've got laser cut spring tab location here, and we've got spring tabs here, utilizing all the factory springs to install your MBRP. You're going to see the billet end cap. Of course, we've got a US Forestry approved spark arrestor in there, and we're going to cap it off with the large oversized tailpipe. Now, in my opinion, that large tailpipe just fits so much better on this bike and the overall size of the ATV. Now, quickly, before we get underneath here and I'll show you what this looks like, I want to talk about the factory heat shield. Now, in each MBRP kit, you're going to get a template, and that template is going to allow you to mark and cut out quite a bit of this rear factory heat shield. Then, of course, you'd be able to see the MBRP logo and the unit being mounted on the bike. But this being a borrowed bike, you can imagine we're not able to cut this one out on the factory brand new bike. That being said, let's crawl underneath here, we'll see what we have. So you can see that the front pipe leads right into the factory head pipe, and that's being used with the factory springs. Speaking of factory springs, we're down here utilizing factory springs again. We've got the muffler, as we already talked about quickly. Up at the top, we've got the OE rubber isolators being utilized direct to the chassis and allowing the muffler to hang. From there, we've got the spark arrestor in here, and of course, we're exiting into the oversized, large diameter exhaust tip. All right, this one not only looks great, but it sounds great too. I'm taking it outside, we're going for a rip. So just quickly at idle, you know what, it's I would say moderate. It's a bigger note, it's a deeper note, it's definitely not a stock note, but it's not obnoxious at all. I mean, you could fire this up in your driveway, you know, at home, and nobody's gonna have an issue with the bike starting up. So now, as soon as you put some throttle to it, it doesn't take very long to bring those RPMs up and realize that you've got a big bike with a high flowing muffler on it, and it is creating a bigger sound for sure. Let's go down here and we'll just run along at, say, trail speed roughly, you know, mid 20 mile an hour. So, I mean, it's a big bike, and man, it's got a big sound to it. Even here, okay, we're creeping up into 30 mile an hour now. As you modulate the throttle, you can definitely tell that it's got a slip-on. Not obnoxious, but still aggressive for sure. And I would say it's past the moderate or mellow tone. I hope you guys can pick up on that D-cell pop. I don't know, it's something I personally like. I think it sounds great on this bike. You know, the big bike with a little bit of attitude when you have a D-cell. So I would say that gives a little insight into a trail ride. Let's roll on a little bit, see what you guys think at higher RPM, mile an hour. You know, as you modulate on and off, and you know, as you hold it wide open, it's definitely a big bike with a big sound. So that gives you a little insight into what it sounds like, say, at wide open throttle. So I would say, just quickly, not a moderate sound, not a moderate level of sound, I would say it's definitely an aggressive sound. And I would say aggressive all the way through, other than idle, where I would maybe give it a moderate rating. Those of you that have been using MBRP previously know that this muffler is as tough as the bike you're riding. So I mean, this is a big bad bike, and that muffler is going to last just as long as this bike. It's going to last for years. It is repackable, and it does have a force-proof spark arrestor in it. So, you know, bolt it on and literally go ride. Go abuse your bike all you want. Go abuse the system. It's going to give you years and years of use. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. Appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out, and hopefully get some more videos of the XP up online soon. Thanks, guys.